This exercise is the Swiss ball reverse lower back extension. The prime focus in this exercise is learning how to turn on your glute muscles to extend the hips and to build strength and endurance in these muscles. So we're going to need a Swiss ball for this drill, and the alignment is really critical here. As you see, I've positioned Anthony so that the center of his hip at the top runs right through the center of the ball. So his body is equally split right over that point. His hands are down on the ground, and he's got his chest lifted, head in line with the rest of his body by retracting the chin and elongating the neck. And he's got his legs hanging over. So if you're tall enough on the particular ball that you're using, your legs can go down to the floor, that's completely fine, or they can hang off like this. As long as the hips are in the right position, you're good to go. So what I'm going to ask him to do is I'm going to have him push his heels together, but the toes can turn out about 5 to 10 degrees, which is completely fine. Now, what we want to do in this exercise is to make sure we emphasize the glutes, not the hamstrings. So some people have the tendency, when they're very dominant in the hamstrings, to turn this exercise into more of a leg curl hip extension, and we don't want to do that. So we want to keep the knees straight. Another tip is to point the toes away from you toward the wall behind you. That's an easy way to increase the recruitment of the calves, which should help with turning off some of the hamstrings. Now, from this position, since we want to encourage the glutes, what I'm going to have Anthony do once he's got his heels together, toes slightly turned out and pointed to the wall, making sure the knees are straight, is to start the movement by initiating with the glute squeeze. So he squeezes his glutes, and then naturally his legs will start to lift. He's going to go up only as high as he gets a full glute squeeze and he's got full hip extension. Now, the reason why we only want to go this high is that if he goes any higher than this, the movement isn't going to come from the hip, it's going to come from the lower back. And we'll start to see a lot of extension in the lower back. We don't want this. So we only want to be conditioning the glutes. So he extends the leg up only as high as he's got a full glute squeeze. Then to lower, just let the glutes go. Simultaneously, the legs will go down, reversing the motion. All the way down as far as you can go. And then we complete another rep. So initiate by squeezing the glutes. There should be no motion on the Swiss ball, not rolling forward or backward. It goes all the way up until the hips can no longer move, the knees are straight, hold, and then slowly lower back down again. And again, this encourages proper hip extension by focusing on the movement coming from the glutes relative to the lower back and the hamstrings. It's a great exercise for improving the function of this entire chain.